Hi there, this is Zack at InVintory, Manager of Business Development and Customer Success, and today I have the pleasure of walking through our Opus platform. I definitely recommend, for ease of use and efficiency, having a designated iPad either mounted on the wall on a magnetic charging case or near the cellar with charging capabilities, so when you're adding wines to the collection, you can simply navigate through the iPad, and when you're removing wines to drink, you can also remove them easily as well. Here you can see we have the entire collection of Jeff and Edith with a total bottle count and a total slot count with our collection tier badge of Opus on the right side. Below that, we'll have summary of market value and purchase value. Market value will be auto-populated and pulled from two sources, one being LiveX and the other being Wine Searcher. And purchase value would be entered at your discretion based on information you have readily available, whether that be from a spreadsheet, another platform, or simply receipts or emails. You can most definitely enter that here. And one of the nice things about having purchase value in the platform is the ability to cross-reference it to market value, so you can see how much your collection is appreciated over time. Next, we'll have collaborators, so whether that be friends, family, colleagues, significant other, or if you do have someone helping you manage your cellar, whether that be a wine manager, broker, or som, you can simply select the Manage prompt, Invite, and to be broken down to 3 collaborator tiers. We have Admin, which can do everything except for remove the owner. We have Editor, which can do everything except for manage collaborators. And lastly, we have a Viewer, who can simply view the collection. Below that, we will have storages. In Opus, you can have up to 20 different storage facilities, each accustomed to a consultation and build fee, whether that be a wine fridge, a wine wall, or a wine cellar. We accommodate all of the above. For today's example, I'm going to use the cellar here. So once I click into the cellar, you can see that this home screen is unique to this location with a nice specific photo of that cellar. You can add that to the page here by selecting 3 dots and changing the cellar photo. We will see at this specific location a bottle count and a slot count, as well as the opportunity to integrate a temperature and humidity sensor. This would be done via a Bluetooth product that we recommend, which would be Govee, G-O-V-E-E. They're relatively inexpensive, in between $30 and $40, and can be purchased direct from the Govee website or through Amazon. To navigate the sensor, you'd simply select Add Sensor. If there is a sensor in range, it would pop up here. You just click on that and it would instantly be integrated into the platform. For the sensor, if I click this bubble here, it will now show some further information, such as a chart showing, again, your fluctuations in temperature. Anything within a degree or 2 is perfectly normal, as well as the ability to toggle between humidity and battery life as well. In the top right corner, we have a notification bell. If you click on that, you can set parameters based on humidity and temperature. If you do go out of these set ranges, you'd be alerted of such via email. In addition to that, on the right side here, we do have our 3 main prompts, which would be accessing the 3D cellar, adding bottles to the collection, and removing bottles from the collection. On the left, we have our entire list format of all the bottles in this specific location. So again, 846 bottles. If I go ahead and click on a bottle here, you can see some further details, which I'll cover. For this 2015 Olive Conterna, Lucia Colonel Barolo, we have a average price as per Wine Searcher. The fact that it is a red, it's a Barolo from Italy. We have 1 in storage, nice clear photo of the label there. If I go ahead and click on the bubble here, we'll get some further bottle details, such as the cellar location and the date it was added, as well as entered at your discretion based on the information you have readily available. You can have purchase price, purchase location, and purchase date. In addition to that, we have section and location, which will auto-populate once you locate the bottle, so marry it to a virtual position. Next, we'll have vintage details at this specific bottle. So you can see here we have the producer, the type, the country, the region, the recommended drinking window. Again, this is a bit of a touchy subject when it comes to wine collecting. So at your discretion, based on the information you have readily available, you can adjust this to your personal preferences. In addition, alcohol content, varietals, and sub-region. Next, we'll have a note about the wine, if we do have the information. In addition to that, we have a paragraph about the vineyard, as well as the name, address, ownership, year founded, and website when applicable, as well as a geographic map location as per Apple Maps. Next, we'll have market price at the transaction level. So the last bottle of 2015 Olive Conterna, Lucia Colonel Barolo, looks like it was sold February 7th, 2024 for $177.80 as per Wine Searcher. And last, at the bottle level, we'll have recommended food pairings. So based on the wine and the region, it will give you a few types of pairings that would go well. Now the fun part, going to go ahead and press the locate button here, where we're going to see our InLocate technology show us exactly at a click of a button where our bottle is. So if we go ahead and zoom in here, you can see the label nice and clear. If I reset the view here and toggle over to this specific side here, you can see this bottle is in position 2, or I guess you could say depth 2. Coordinates would be noted on the right side here, row 6, column 1, depth 2. And the reason that I note depth is in this horizontal racking style, when it goes to 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 and onward deep, it does get a little bit tough in the physical space to find these bottles, as that first bottle position takes up most of the physical space. At a click of a button, you can find any bottle in any depth, column, or row, which is really nice. If I go ahead and press the back button here, we're now going to populate the entire cellar with all of its bottles and all of its labels down to the vintage. To note, we have built a database of 4 million different types of wines and growing. So go ahead and zoom in here. We can see those vintage specific labels on the Chateau Mouton Rothschild, as well. Another example would be the 2000 edition just over here. And lastly, another special edition bottle would be the 25th anniversary Ornellaia. So these aren't just generic labels being put on these bottles, they are vintage and limited edition specific, which is a nice touch within the virtual model here. In addition to that, we do have capabilities to accommodate larger format bottles. So we do have a Magnum display here of all 1.5 liters, which of course would match the physical space of the cellar. Next, we do have OWC cases. So if you do have some original wooden cases within your cellar, you can simply place those as you'd like. And once you do start populating bottles within those cases, if there is one constant wine, that label will be applied, to all surfaces. And if there's a mixed variety of wines, there will be a mixed case label applied to all surfaces. In addition, in the Opus cellar, we have built out transparent walls for full front and back visibility, gray wood marker position that is taken, and black wood marker position that is available. In terms of the actual functionality, just navigating to specific bottles or sections, you would simply click on that section. So let's go upper left wall, and it would be broken down to this view. You can toggle between row view and column view. If I toggle back to row view and select the row just to show you here, you get a nice clear view of all the bottles in this specific row. If I were to click on one of those bottles, it will give me the information on that specific bottle. So you can see here all that clear information with the capabilities of viewing the label, relocating the bottle, or removing the bottles. All super user-friendly functionalities. If I toggle back, it will take me to the section. If I toggle back again, it will take me to the cellar. That pretty much would cover it for the virtual model. Just going to go back to our home screen here. On the left side, you can see we have a panel of icons vertically running down here. I'm just going to walk through those with you. So we do have the 3 bottles, which would represent our home page. Below that, we will have an explore page, which is the wine glass. Here you can either use text, voice, or scan labels to enter wines into your collection. Below that, we will have the 3D cube icon, which will allow you to access the cellar. Below that, we will have a clock, which would represent our history page. So as you remove wines from your collection, this is where they will continue to live with all the information you remove it with, such as the removal type, any specific notes you have. And if you do remove it from the mobile, there is tasting notes as well as photo capabilities. Below that, we will have Vincent, our AI sommelier, who is currently in beta. He integrates directly with your collection and can give you recommendations based on your search parameters. So as an example, well, first to note, I do normally navigate Vincent through voice, super user-friendly, but for today, of course, as we're going through a demo, I'm just going to go ahead and type here. So as an example, please recommend a Cabernet that pairs well with a filet in the $200 to $400 price range. And I'm going to go ahead and send off that request to Vincent, and based on my parameters, he will now integrate into my collection and give me the best fit results and go ahead and read them out to me. So you can see here, I'd be happy to recommend a Cabernet that pairs well with a filet in the $200 to $400 price range. Based on your collection, I suggest the 2016 Barnett Vineyards Rattlesnake Hill Cab Sauv or the 2013 Altamira Cab Sauv. Both of these wines are from Napa Valley, known for producing full-bodied cabs that pair perfectly with the richness of a filet. Barnett Vineyards Rattlesnake Hill has a nice balance of dark fruit flavors and subtle tannins, while the Altamira Cab Sauv has a rich, velvety texture and a long, satisfying finish. So I can go ahead and click on either one of these bottles. Let's start with the 2016 Barnett. We'll see that we have two in inventory. If I go ahead and click on one, it's going to show me the exact location of this bottle. If I toggle back and I exit the model and select back again, we're now in the Vincent shot, and now I can toggle to the 2013 Altamira. We can see there is one in the cellar, and I go ahead and locate that, and it will show me the exact position of that 2013 Altamira. So a great feature in Opus, super knowledgeable database, and again, at a click of a button, you can find exactly where that specific bottle is located. In addition to Vincent, we do have the Deliveries tab. If you are buying from an auction house, a vineyard direct, a manager, a broker, or a som, or even a retail location on delivery, you can simply select Create New, enter all your information, such as the vendor name, purchase date, delivery date, reference number, or shipping tracking information, as well as uploading the actual invoice for this delivery, as well as the purchase address, and if desired, notes as well. So once the delivery comes due, you will receive a push notification, and you can either push the delivery date if you have not yet received it, or you can add it directly to your collection, which is a nice touch. Lastly, we have analytics here, which would be bottles consumed, bottles added, and varietals over different extended periods of time. That would pretty much cover our Opus demo today. I thank you for your time. If there are any questions or comments going forward, please feel free to reach me at Zack, Z-A-C-K, @InVintory.com, and I look forward to connecting soon. Have a great day.